What's going on, everyone? ActivesiN here, and today I thought I'd give you my thoughts on Gears of War 4. Well, from the campaign anyways, and my first experience with the Xbox Play Anywhere service. So I played through the campaign with my friend on split screen co-op on Xbox One, and yes, Gears of War 4 does support both split screen and online co-op, which was a great touch, something that Halo 5 was definitely missing. I also played most of the campaign again on PC, and I'll talk about that later. And I can say this though, if you like the previous Gears of War games, you are going to like this game. It feels like Gears should, from the shooting to the movement, the atmosphere. Even with the new characters, JD, who is Marcus's son, Kate, and Del, they have that same kind of close camaraderie that Gears is memorable for. The story takes place 25 years after Gears of War 3, the Locusts are long gone, and a new enemy has emerged. They're called the Swarm. There are also other enemies which are robots that are owned by the COG. Personally, I don't really like fighting the robots as much as the Swarm. It's not as satisfying destroying robots. Like, it's cool to see, but there's just something just so awesome about chainsawing a guy from the Swarm. But I like the variety of enemies. They fight in different ways, they have different weapons. Both the Swarm and the robots have different enemy classes within them, so there is a lot of variety, and you will be on your toes as to what's coming next. There are also a few boss battle segments, and they're excellent. You need to kind of solve little mini puzzles to figure out their weaknesses. It's good boss battles. I was surprised. The pacing of the campaign was great. For the most part, it's non-stop action. There is one drawn-out section in Act 4, but other than that, it's like non-stop Gears greatness. And by the way, there are 5 acts, and each act has 4 parts. I don't want to give away any spoilers for the story, so I will just say it's on par with previous Gears storylines. You'll be compelled to finish the game, which isn't all that long. You can beat the campaign in around 6 hours, 6 or 8, whatever, somewhere around there, which is on the shorter side, but it was fun all the way through, so I'm not really complaining about it. There are several new weapons, and a lot of them are pretty good, like the buzzsaw, which is, well, a giant buzzsaw. You shoot buzzsaws out, and it's brutal. It just slices up the enemies. There's this new weapon called the E-gun, which works kind of like a railgun, and the Overkill, which is like a shotgun on steroids. It's one of the robots' weapons. The robots' weapons are pretty awesome, by the way. They're much more high-tech than the normal ones. And they have like a retro Lancer, which has a giant bayonetta on it, and you just run at people and gore them. It's pretty crazy. Of course, you have your normal custom Lancer with the chainsaw, which is always my favorite. That's my go-to weapon. So a lot of good weapons, a lot of variety. There's new grenades too, like the incendiary grenade and the shock grenade. Those are pretty good. Of course, you have your classic grenade as well. There are some other weapons, I can't really remember the names of them right now, but there's a good variety, definitely. I have not played the multiplayer yet, so I can't really talk about that. I'll be playing that either today or over the weekend. We'll play some Horde mode, because that shit looks really fun. But as far as the campaign is concerned, I was very happy with it. I didn't think I would have more fun with a first-person shooter campaign than Doom this year, because Doom was just non-stop awesomeness. If you haven't played Doom, go check out Doom. Doom's multiplayer is not that good, but the campaign is excellent. But this game did beat it, for me anyways. It was a little more fun, and the story, of course, is more compelling, so overall I thought it was a better experience than Doom. And right now, it's as long as the multiplayer is fun as well, then Gears 4 is definitely going to be my game of the year. I would highly recommend picking up Gears of War 4 for your Xbox or your PC, or if you get it digital, of course, you get both, which is the way I bought it, which we'll talk about Xbox Play Anywhere, so let's just talk about that now. So this is the first game I've got digitally on the Windows 10 store. So you get the Xbox One version as well, and so that's pretty good. You get 2 games for the price of 1, and I was surprised by how well this worked once I got it working. And I say once I got it working because I had a massive problem installing Gears of War 4 on Windows 10. It wouldn't download. Like, it said I own the game, and I look at their page, it says I've purchased it, but it wouldn't let me download it, and I couldn't figure out why. And I would scroll down, and it would have an X where it says my version of Windows 10. It said it was not updated. So of course I'm gonna try to update Windows 10. Sorry. So I tried to update Windows 10, but it wasn't updating. I tried several times, but it wouldn't do it. Couldn't figure out why. So I had to call Microsoft's customer care. They couldn't figure out why. They passed me to another rep. He couldn't figure out why. Then they passed me to an Xbox rep for some reason, even though it was on Windows, and obviously the Xbox rep had no idea what was going on. So then I had to schedule an appointment with a higher level customer service rep, and this guy was awesome. Like, he actually did that remote control thing where they take over your PC from their end, and he figured out there was something wrong with my Windows 10, like it wasn't activated properly or something. So he had reinstalled the Windows 10. This took a long time. Like, overall, I'm talking about 2 days and several hours on the phone with them. But eventually he got it sorted out. That dude is awesome. And yeah, I was able to download and install the game, no problems after that. And the syncing works perfectly, because at this point I was already playing the game with my friend, and we got up to Act 4. So then I wanted to try it on PC, and then I just booted up on PC. A little message comes up, it says it's syncing, then boom, I was able to continue exactly where I left off on the Xbox. That was awesome. And then I was able to play the rest of the campaign on PC, and then my friend came over later that day, and then went back to the Xbox, it synced over there, and then we continued where we were before. So that was great. That was seamless. I didn't think it would work that well, but it does, and that's awesome. So good job on that. They did a really good job with the Play Anywhere thing. I like that. And as far as playing the game on PC, I think that's the way I prefer playing it. On Xbox, of course, the campaign is locked to 30 frames per second, which it's like a solid 30 frames, so it's not like terrible or anything. But then when I play it on PC, there's a lot of graphics options and stuff to play around with, so I was definitely able to get it locked on 60 frames per second, and that made a huge difference. Like, the game felt way smoother, way more fluid, so I like that. So I'm playing through the campaign again on PC this time, and it's even better this time, so I'm very happy about that. But of course, when we play the multiplayer, I'm probably going to play on the Xbox, so we can, like, me and Rio and Zen and them can all play together. I think I can play on PC with them. I'm not sure. I'll have to try that. But it seems like an unfair advantage, I think. So yeah, I'll try that out. But overall experience with Xbox Play Anywhere, very good. Very happy with it. Again, once I got it all working. But yeah, other than that, that's my Gears of War impressions and Xbox Play Anywhere impressions. Overall, excellent. Excellent. So yeah, definitely check out Gears of War 4 if you have an Xbox or PC. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to answer as much as I can, because obviously I don't want to give any spoilers in the video here. But yeah, that's it. I will talk to you next time. Bye.